what's meant by this. So it grants you and future ministers in your place the right to share information on temporary and permanent residents and naturalized citizens with provincial territorial departments, agencies, and other entities. Why are permanent residents and naturalized citizens swept up in this information sharing regime? And what threat are you trying to stem, particularly from naturalized citizens and permanent residents who a lot of us are in this room?
Right.
Thank you for the question. So I'm glad you said with provinces and territories, because that's the first thing people mistake. So this is within Canada, and it is with provinces and territories. But in order to do that, agreements would need to be signed with a province or a territory for specific purposes, first of all. It would also be information sharing within Government of Canada. And as I said when I was here earlier, even within immigration, IRCC itself. Yeah, go ahead.
My question isn't about how.
Okay.
My question is why. For some of us have been here over 50 years. We're naturalized citizens. We weren't born in this country. Why are you gathering information on us?
So it's actually to facilitate and make it more efficient and easier for the claimants themselves, or not the claimants, for the people that are applying, so that when they apply for one service from government, their information is there and we can use it for another service. So for example, if they apply for a work permit and later apply for permanent residency, later apply for a passport, the information is there
But
already.
I already have a passport because I'm a naturalized citizen. So you're not really answering my question. And really, I see this as really creating a divide among Canadian citizens. So I really need to understand why you're collecting information on those of us who are fully settled, fully citizens, with the rights of those who were born here as well.
Tara, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. So this isn't about a collection of information. It is about purposeful sharing. And the intention is not to create a divide, but only to make sure that services are available, as mentioned. So there's a few pieces about the benefits. So the first is that right now, provinces and territories only receive information about newcomers on a case-by-case basis. With these new authorities, we would enter into information sharing agreements, and those would very much specify what kind of information would be shared and when. And so the purpose of this is to allow provinces to know that you have these new people working and living with you, and they are entitled to these types of benefits.
Not new.
Right.
I've been here for 50 years, 53 in fact. So why would you be collecting information on people like me?
So again, the collection isn't new in the bill. And so what I would say the naturalized citizenship part of it is, and we can take this back to say what was the intent with naturalized citizens,
I'd like to understand that.
is absolutely what the minister was saying about, does Justice have an answer? No. I just saw that I didn't know if she said anything.
We have Justice
yes,
here.
but the intention could be the sharing within immigration itself. So the minister mentioned the passport information. Right now, as you go through the immigration continuum, by the time you get from a visitor to a citizen entitled to citizenship and passport, that same information cannot be shared. And so this would allow the immigration department to share that information.
There are those of us who, I'm sorry.
We will put you on the second round if we get there.
Sharon, thank you all for taking the time to be here to help us with our work. In September of last year, the Standing Senate Committee on Citizenship and Immigration in the Other Place, an official from there said that information sharing, and I'm taking a spin-off from Senator Senior's question, that the information sharing provisions in C12 would allow the IRC to, and I'll quote just for consistency, share immigration information on applications between business lines. And according to this individual, he stated that it would improve the integrity of the system, but also streamline applications so that they would not have to send the same information to several places. And that would allow the IRCC to omit errors. Could you explain to me the terms integrity of the system and what errors would they be able to omit by?
So I'll take a quick stab at it. I usually talk fast and then because you talk slower. But again, look, the one good example, I didn't know any of this until I became a minister. So I was like, really? But yes, really. A person that comes into Canada needs to apply and reapply and reapply and reapply, depending on which permit, which visa, which this, even in the passport, even citizenship, even a permanent residency or temporary first. Why? Because they can't share information. So that is critical, I believe, so that a person does not have to reapply and resend in every single time they need to do something. And it speeds things up in the office in Canada. It's good for the individual, but if you want to look at it another way, it means that if you apply at something else and say something totally different than what you said before, then, the lights go on and say, is there an issue here? So, I think it's critical. Like,
I was surprised that this wasn't already happening. So I appreciate your explanation around that. Thank you.